When you hear street tier heroes, who comes to mind? Spider-Man? Daredevil? Luke Cage? Maybe Punisher? But let me ask you this. Are street-level heroes really just small-time vigilantes? Or are they underrated powerhouses, limited only by what they choose to fight? Let's break this down. When most people say street tier, they think of heroes who don't roll with the Avengers, don't fight aliens, and don't save the world from cosmic beings. Instead, they're the ones out there every night, stopping robberies, rescuing hostages, and putting gang lords in the hospital. You won't usually catch them teaming up with the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, or the Guardians of the Galaxy to stop planet-ending invasions or government-level conspiracies. But there's another side to this definition. Some fans define street tier not by mission scale, but by power scale. Basically, if your destructive power doesn't reach city-level devastation, you're considered street-level. But here's where it gets interesting. Many of these so-called street heroes are insanely tough. They're not weaker, they're just limited by the nature of their powers. Take Luke Cage, for example, bulletproof skin, superhuman strength, ridiculous durability. Or Spider-Man, faster, stronger, and more durable than most Avengers. Physically, he could go toe-to-toe with Captain America and win. Even Moon Knight, the Avatar Khonshu, a literal Egyptian god, still handles petty crime in New York. He chooses to stay local, but that doesn't make him any less powerful. It's not about what they can't do. It's about what they choose to do. Take the Human Torch, for instance. He's often considered above street level because of his destructive firepower. But physically, he's actually weaker than most street tier heroes. So while his powers can burn through steel, he wouldn't last long trading punches with someone like Luke Cage or Spider-Man. See, many street-level heroes are kept in the shadows not because they lack power, but because of their ideology and isolation. They prefer to protect their neighborhood rather than save the planet. They're not flying into space to stop Galactus. They're fighting for the people who actually live next door. And that choice defines them. Now, let's talk about heroes who aren't considered street level. Like Captain America and Black Panther. Both are physically weaker than Spider-Man, Luke Cage, or Wolverine. But because they operate on a global scale, they're not labeled street heroes. Black Panther is a king. He deals with international and cosmic threats. Captain America? He's the face of the Avengers, a symbol of peace and leadership. So they're top tier not because of raw power, but because of scope and status. Now, let's take a look at the X-Men. People automatically think top-tier heroes, right? But if you lived in their world, you'd realize they're actually a mix of both. The X-Men mostly fight for mutant rights, not to stop world-ending threats every week. They're battling ideologies, discrimination, and survival, not cosmic gods. Of course, you got powerhouses like Jean Grey, Magneto, Storm, and Iceman, mutants whose powers stretch across continents. But then you got street-tier tanks like Wolverine, Colossus, and Beast, physically stronger and tougher than most top-tier Avengers, but still considered street-level because of what they focus on. So, what really makes someone street-tier? It's not weakness. It's focus. It's about staying grounded, protecting your home, and not caring about fame, alien invasions, or saving the multiverse. Street heroes are the foundation, the unsung protectors who keep the world stable while the big leagues handle the spotlight. They might not level cities, but they hold the line when no one else will. So next time someone calls Spider-Man or Luke Cage street level, just remember they're not weak. They're just focused on protecting the lives of people, right where it really matters. Which street tier hero do you think is the strongest? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and check out my next video on how the MCU ruined the Hulk.